Starting the stream.
May, what'd you say?
Linking it to
I'm not
peeps.
implied to having this one.
I appreciate the honesty.
But I'm going to enjoy our new players, Eris.
What you say, May?
What you say? That.
Okay, let me put on my headphones. Alright, and let me put on some music. Would the people who are not in jail kindly move to Hero Factory 2?
Oh my god, what is all that noise?
Mitchie, he means us.
Okay, okay, let's go. Bye friends, good luck, don't die.
Sorry, hold on. I want to make sure that this area is revealed. I gotta put down Scry Portal. This is gonna be awkward. Disregard the... Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give them sight off of Velvet. Just because I've got line of sight turned on, meaning I can't use the normal thing. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Just setting things up still, fellas. Right now, you guys are all coming to, strapped into chairs, with blood pooled all around 3 of you. You should be able to see the map right now, and I'm working on getting it visible for the stream, too. Excellent.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Martin.
Okay, now you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes. Alright, so did you hear what I said?
No, not a word.
Alright, you guys all come to in a... Well, you remember that torture room that you saw earlier?
That's where we are.
You're on the wrong side of that right now. You're strapped into 3 wooden chairs with blood pooled all around them. As you tilt your heads, you can see a variety of deadly-looking instruments.
Wow, I believe we are surrounded by deadly instruments.
You think that they're violins or are they grand pianos?
Oh, yes. Your humor never fails to amuse me, Monty.
Good.
As you guys start coming to, the door opens up and General Lawn walks in.
He's super edgelord, isn't he?
He steps around you all in his armor. And he says, you all have a choice right now. Something that may be the difference between life and death for hundreds of thousands of people on this planet. You all need to admit that you were provoking me to cause a war with your actions. And he waits. No one has anything to say for themselves.
Now, I might be a tad bit mistaken, but I am fairly sure that we merely posed the question. You were about to punch a lady.
You are spies for the Union, and you must come clean and admit your crimes.
I mean, you're still gonna leave us in a dungeon regardless of what we say or do, right?
He doesn't answer that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
If you don't do this, it could mean war between the two nations.
Oh, so you are gonna start a war on your own because you have poor self-esteem, is that right, mister?
We are not starting this conflict. Those who hired you will.
Didn't your people hire us?
Yeah.
We thought we did, but it's clear you're working for the other side. Why else would you have provoked me as such? No one could be that absolutely terrible at negotiating without a purpose behind it.
I mean, you're a... No, I think you misunderstand. We really are that bad. Oh, man.
We don't do diplomacy on Ryara. We kill gods.
Honestly, we're just here because we were told to help you guys.
Regardless, you have been corrupted by the Union, or bribed by the Union, or you're lying to me right now. It does not matter. Alls I need is a signed confession from each of you that the Union hired you to sabotage these peace talks. That will be the only thing that prevents war.
Oh, all we have to do is sign the paper, is that it?
Essentially, yes.
Well, how about you write on the paper that... What are the alls again? They're not unions, they're everything.
The Empire.
Why don't you just write that the Empire hired us to start a war, and I'll sign to that confession, because it's just about as true as the other option.
Right now, it's not a matter of what's true and what isn't. Right now, it's a matter of preventing a war. And if the three of your lives will stop a war, it's a sacrifice I'll make.
Knowing our friends, probably not.
So let me
You put
just
way too much value on our lives.
let me just get this straight. You are the one that attacked us. Us? Something that is regarded as... Oh, okay. Hello?
Yeah, hey, whoever's got all that background noise that's been going on for a while, push to talk, please.
To my knowledge, I never took a swing at you, as I recall, or any of your guards.
Your group tried to flee.
Well, yes,
Why?
you suddenly went crazy and started yelling at us.
And attacked us.
We went
That would be the same thing to do, would it not?
We went to lawfully arrest you.
And so you need us to lie to make it lawful?
No, it already is lawful. I need you to tell the truth that you were paid to start a war by the Union. I'm not into these games you're trying to play with me right now.
We're not playing any games because the only thing that happened was something was said, you tried to punch a lady, you took offense, you personally, you, the general, something, I don't even remember your name because your nameplate is underneath the darkness. And the only one at fault right here is you.
You
It is not-
actively accused a high-ranking general of the country you're supposed to be negotiating on behalf of high treason and sacrilege.
Wow,
In
now
front-
that is putting words into our mouth. I believe you're quite the rude one, General. The only thing I asked was she pretty? And you decided to take offense with that. That is on you, General, not us.
I don't have time for your games. And he says, remember, with what comes ahead, I gave you this chance to walk away.
No.
No.
You gave us the chance
To save yourself.
to sign a suicide note.
And he leaves, and I'll be back.
You're what a fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate this dude.
Anyone else that noticed that it's always the Empire that's evil?
No, it's you meant
Hi.
Uh-oh.
So, guys,
Oh wait, we were in the middle of RP.
No, you're fine.
that's fine.
Okay.
Honora walks in. It has been an hour since they they got the information, gave it to you, and you just told them to declare war.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need, they've sent off the messengers. Alright, we'll need to start making preparations for a full assault on the wall. Obviously, it'll take some time to mobilize the entire army, but I think we can afford a task force geared towards retrieving your allies.
Give me one moment.
What are you doing?
Well, he's...
I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Do I have my channel?
Mute
I
yourself.
No, I only have mine.
Mute yourself.
Are these yours? Are these yours? Okay, there you go.
Mute yourself, please.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm done. It was nice short. Alright. Task for it, retrieving our allies. Great. Do we know where they're located?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess we should move on to the briefing, shouldn't we?
Yeah. Did you have anything that you wanted to interject with? Anything
Well-
that you had that you were going to make or attempt?
Locrian kind of sits there and out of character. Would Locrian have figured out that the sendings were being tampered with?
I don't know. What do you have?
Because I know you said that they didn't reply on a couple of occasions
Do you want
and
to roll me an
whatnot.
investigation?
Investigation or
Investigation.
insight or whatnot.
Investigation or insight, either would be acceptable in this case.
Alright.
You're pretty
Knowing-
certain that they aren't reaching your target, or that something is blocking them, but you're not certain exactly what's going on.
Alright, I was thinking. Yes.
For Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
While we were being shown around the city, were there any, like, street performers or, like, bards telling stories, that type of thing?
Quite a lot, actually. A weirdly high number.
Did any of the stories match what we found in that book of poems?
Not really, no.
Okay. Like they weren't being told, or the stories were slightly altered.
You know, the same of how Little Mermaid, the original story, is very different from Disney's retelling of it.
Hmm.
Like that.
So an altered version, probably.
Essentially, yeah. But it doesn't seem like to have been maliciously altered, it just seems like this version's more popular.
Which, if anything, by the world is like, it's what's been continuing on.
Yep.
What just keeps on going on, yeah.
Yep.
I need to know that.
I was.
Right now, by the way, you guys are on hour 2 of their captivity.
Okay.
Just to keep you aware, so this way you know that there might be some sort of time limit going on.
Yeah. Well, her name was Anara? Anura?
Honora.
For Honora. Honora, you declared war. The envoy has been sent. Are you familiar if these elves that were dealing?
You cut out Mitchie.
Mitchie, you cut out. Mitchie. Mitchie. Can't hear you, buddy. I see him playing with his phone.
Mitchie?
Hello, there I am. Sorry. They don't know that we're aiding you yet, do they?
They likely do. In fact, I would assume that they believe that your allies were working with our nation the entire time as spies. That's what I'd believe if the reverse had happened. That's probably likely why they were arrested in the first place.
So you don't think any form of, you're gonna make yourself a worser ally if you don't release them kind of deal, would actually be a good idea?
I'm pretty certain that they are going to be tortured and then summarily executed within the next few hours.
Well, then, never mind. Let's go along with the plan.
However, I will let you know that sometimes kicking in the front door has them execute prisoners.
So we have to be great.
Except
So
you,
we're
Master
clearly.
Locrian, this is yours and Miss Violet's show. I'm not going with you. I have a war to strategize for. I'll be sending one of my sergeants and a battalion of men along with you, but it is up to you how you wish to use them.
Well,
Consider this the first of our gifts to you, as you are now our new allies.
all right. Well, where are they located? First of all, first and foremost.
Sorry?
Where do we believe for them, our allies, to be located? First
They're
and
located
foremost.
within the wall, several floors down in a dungeon kept there. Only a few of the higher officers will have the keys, so if you're attempting to brute force your way, you'll need to find one of them, kill him, and get his key to unlock the dungeons.
Okay. It's what clearly the elves don't think that the rescue of our party members to be our first order of business, do they? Is this being secretly planned?
If I were the first... Considering how we declared the war over their arresting and subsequent disappearing of your friends, it's likely for them to assume that yes, you'll be attempting to get them back in some way.
Well, what if we were to put all of our forces on another place, say complete and total misdirection?
It'd be an entirely obvious feint in the eyes of General Lon. The man is not a fool. In addition, I'm not ready to muster all of my forces. That will take several hours, if not a full day, of time, and I don't believe your friends have a full day. It's a slow beast, Master Locrian, and we were not planning on a war.
Well, I have to say, they certainly seemed ready. That's not a good thing to... not a good thing for us. So negotiating is out the window. Do we have anything that they want?
Not that I know of. The same as how they have nothing in particular that my nation wants. They have things that you want, Master Locrian. So it's up to you to decide if you have something that they'd want.
Thinking. You said that most likely these elves were tampering with the sending spells, were they not?
I said nothing of the sort, but I said that it is likely that your sendings never reached them or were tampered with in some way. I mean, I thought that, not said it.
Well, here's an idea. What if we were to play fool? Let's test that theory.
I know what blinks at you.
I really don't want to spend a lot of my spell slots here, but what if we were to say they don't know me to be an experienced leader of any sort. I'm sure I don't really have a reputation.
Nor do you look it.
You're correct on that. What if I were to send them a message of where to meet us?
Your allies.
Where we would be.
Your allies,
Correct.
or are you directing it directly at whoever is intercepting?
My allies.
Well, I mean, your allies can't exactly meet you, can they?
Well, we can definitely tell them that.
The elves know that we know that they've been captured. We're declaring the war based on the benefit, on that fact.
What do elves know? What do elves know? So a clear feint. They lose nothing from killing them. I just don't understand what the whole point of these people. They got their war. They're using our men, my friends, as scapegoats. What could they possibly want from us? Why? What's the point in killing them? What's the point? What are they hoping to attain aside from finally having a good reason to fight it out?
Honora shrugs. If I knew that, then maybe I could have prevented these results, Master Locrian.
There must be something that they're wanting.
It's strange, too, since General Lon had seemed interested, the same as I was in preventing a war.
Are they usually not people that agree with you?
The majority of their side have been provocative and violent. General Lon, however, is one of a different breed. He's loyal to his empire, but he also wants to protect his people.
So what you're saying is that there's probably something bigger at stake.
I'm saying that I don't know the reasons that our countries are going to war, Master Locrian. All I know is that I have an army to lead.
We don't know why we're going to war. Yet we're fighting a war regardless. That's... Alright. We have a battalion.
30 men.
30 men. And an infiltration on a wall. Do we have blueprints of exactly
We do not.
everything? We do not have blueprints of the wall.
None.
The elves built the wall, and you guys are...
We haven't managed to make it into the dungeons. We have a blueprint of the areas above it, but those will hardly be useful to you in this case, aside from a singular room which we can direct you to. It's their war room. In addition, the time it would take to get these blueprints up and to get a copy made for you, it would be too long.
So we're going in blind. Essentially.
She doesn't say anything.
This is ridiculous. Tybalt.
Hey, yeah.
Alright. Well, clearly, you've been briefed on our situation.
Pretty much.
We're working together on this, are we not?
He says, pausing. Technically, Tyr says you've done your job. You've convinced one of the generals to come back with us. The other three? Well, they're expendable, you know? These are his words, not mine, by the way.
Well, I hope you think them not as dispensable or expendable as Tyr makes them out to be. Do you?
That's why I've managed to keep you there for now, but it seems pretty grim, Locrian. I don't know how you're gonna do this or pull this off.
Do you have any contact with Montaigne and the rest of them?
No, they've been entirely shut off to me.
Have my sendings even been making it to them?
You know, I actually can take a check on that.
Please.
Yeah, give me a moment. Yeah, tracing the magical streams, a few made it to them, but altered, and the last one I think just was cut off entirely.
The last one was cut off.
Yeah, it looks like they redirect all the sendings to some sort of communications room.
Communications room, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. This general that we're facing, he would fall for, you say he, correct?
He's what?
This general that we're facing, he would not fall for a feint, is what you're saying, correct?
He's been alive a few centuries. He's unlikely to fall for a strategy that obvious. You'd have to make it a really good feint. And don't forget, feints cost people lives. You'd be sending your battalion up against a much better matched force. You'd be extinguishing their lives in exchange for your friends.
Even if they were diversionary tactics?
People are gonna die, Locrian. This is a war.
You can see he sweats.
How about you, Violet? Tybalt says, you got anything? I'm grasping at straws here if I'm talking to an 8-year-old.
I'm not 8.
What if... sorry.
Mrs. Inara?
Yes?
When you, previously, went into the Elfin lands, did you bring anything back besides your people?
I've never been into the Elven lands. Only one of my soldiers has. We sent him for a negotiation a few years ago. The Senate insisted on it. And they made certain it was this soldier as well.
Which soldier?
No one important, just a private. Private Alex.
They specified Private Alex.
The man is apparently related to someone high in the Senate, or was before that person's death. Essentially, he has a really complicated lineage that the Senate decided to take a careful approach to, and so they sent him in at his urging. Apparently the negotiations failed. He serves on this wall still. It was part of an exchange program, actually. We took on one of their soldiers as well.
Is that soldier still here?
On their side, I'm not certain.
On our side?
Private Alex? Yes, I can send for him, actually. I had planned for him to be part of your battalion. Would you like me to send for him?
That would be... Yes. Yes, please do. But on that note, what if we... So my sendings were being tampered with. What if we were to feign apathy?
Sorry?
What if we were to feign apathy? Rather, would they be so careless to let down their guard if, say, we're to tell them we weren't coming for them? Would we...
Do you think your friends could withstand the torture long enough for that to work and manage to keep themselves alive? Then yes, that would work very well.
Say that again? Sorry. Get it out.
It depends on how long your friends can resist the torture.
Then a battalion of 30 would be too big. We'll take Alex since he sounds like he knows the walls. Correct?
Correct.
And you're sure that he's a betrayer, because he's a man we can trust?
Absolutely. I'll also send Iad with you as well.
Great.
Alright, it'll take
And
another hour to get them...
I think it'll be best.
Sorry?
Another
person? Do you have anyone in mind? Another person? You cut out there, Mitchie.
Oh, I said hour? What time is it right now?
What do you mean? What time is it in the game?
Like, in the game.
It's midday. Noon.
Would they lose interest in our comrades? Say, I've got an idea. Where you guys can prepare for a war. Please don't pay any attention towards where our friends are.
You don't want me sending Alex or Yad with you still?
I do. We want Alex and Yad, but that will be all that we need. We don't want to make it seem like we're mobilizing to save our friends.
Alright, very well.
Ooh, I have a question.
Yes, Violet?
She's trying to think of how to word it. What about we go at night? Because they would think that the humans will sleep at night, right? Because you need to sleep
Again.
longer than them?
Again, your friends would have to withstand several hours of torture.
Oh,
That's the main issue here, Violet. Is that
Maybe
you're
we
trying to
can
rescue... You're trying to...
Maybe
You're trying to stop your friends from being killed before the war starts. I have things to attend to. We'll launch a full attack on the wall within 10 hours. You have that long to get your friends out of it. Okay. She leaves.
Wait, within 10 hours, she said?
Yes.
We were hoping to do this in 2.
I mean, you can do what you're doing. I'm talking about, like, our full army will hit the walls in about 10 hours.
Great.
So
Okay.
you can do whatever it is you're doing. I'm just letting you know when we plan to just destroy the whole thing.
Alright, well, tell Alex and Jan to meet us. We'll stay outside the walls, but can we be the only people set up there?
Of course. Alright.
Alright.
I'll send them your way. It'll take another hour.
Alright, I go ahead and, get in my room. Take a moment.
Okay.
Think.